Hey Nashville, great job getting your recycling carts out to the curb every month. The question now is, are you recycling right?
Hey Nashville, I'm here to show you what can and cannot be recycled in your curbside recycling cart. Because when you recycle right, the whole system works. But if you put the wrong things in your recycling cart, this stuff you think is being recycled could end up in the landfill anyway. So let's get started. Okay, first, this is something we see a lot, but you cannot put your recyclables in plastic bags. That contaminates the whole system, so use this for another round of kitchen trash or send it to the landfill. Come to me, trash cart. This is our landfill cart. So next, plastic containers. These are recyclable, number 2 on the bottom, so they'll stay in here. Tin foil items generally are recyclable, but not if they're contaminated with food waste. So this is going to the landfill. Or you can clean it out and then recycle it. Thank you. So I'm going to take this back in the kitchen, clean it out later, and recycle it. Obviously, cardboard food containers, recyclable. They stay in here. Another plastic food container, a number 5 white container with a lid. This is recyclable in Metro Nashville curbside. These containers, these like half-gallon milk containers, they are recyclable in curbside. So I'm going to keep it in here. Tin cans, as long as they're rinsed out, yes. Any kind of traditional plastic bottle, number 1 plastic, yes, in curbside. Any kind of mail or mixed paper, yes, curbside. Let's see what else we got in here. Aha. We all know that these number 1 plastic bottles are recyclable, but they have to be emptied first. So in the cart. One common contaminant is glass bottles, and these cannot go in the cart. They can go to the landfill, but I'm going to take mine to the local convenience center in Metro Nashville, so I'm going to put it here in my convenience center box. Glass bottle. Any food packaging that comes in plastic bags, sandwich bags, landfill. Paper towels, especially even if they have food on them, landfill or backyard composting, so I'm going to compost this later. We went to the deli, got some sandwiches, and all the wrappers from the sandwiches, they're just pure paper. They got food waste on them, so I'm going to compost these as brown matter in my compost pile later. Another chip bag, landfill item. The bag itself from the deli stays in the cart to be recycled. This little plastic jar seal thing. Little tiny items like this, if you're not sure about it, throw it to the landfill. These plastic mesh things that fruit come in from the grocery store, they're not recyclable. You could be creative and find another use for it, or just avoid getting these bagged fruits and use your own cloth bags. But I'm going to put this in the landfill. How about all those burnt out light bulbs? You can take them, this is considered hazardous waste, so highly recommend taking it to the convenience center. They're all over Nashville. You can find them we have a link to it on our website. So convenience center, these are interesting things because the plastic container part of it is a number 1 recyclable plastic, but the pump part of it has a spring and metal pieces in there, so this is landfill. And I rinsed everything out of this container, and it's going to stay in the recycling cart. All these small food packages, little plastic food packages, landfill, not recyclable. Electronics items like LED lights that are burned out, no longer usable. Now you could put them in the landfill, but electronic items can be recycled at your convenience center, so I'm going to put them in the convenience center cart. This is called plastic film. Grocery bags, you can take them to the retailer like Kroger, Walmart, Publix. They all have a place where you can put them in and they do get recycled, but they do not go in the cart. They cannot go in the recycling cart. They contaminate the whole system at the recycling center. So either landfill, or I'm going to take mine back to the retailer or a convenience center. What else do we have here? Aha, a glass jar that's contaminated with food, so I can either, actually I could landfill it, but I'm going to compost the little bit of old salsa in the bottom, and the metal lid, I'm going to take this back inside, rinse it out. This can be recycled at the convenience center, but not in the recycle cart. So I'm going to set that aside for later. All right, I found some more things down there. These are aseptic food containers, broth, milk products, other things. This is recyclable in your curbside cart. The toothpaste packages, some of them are recyclable through a program called TerraCycle. There's this general rule of thumb: when in doubt, throw it out, landfill. But I'm going to read on how to recycle this through TerraCycle, so I'm going to save that for later. Here's another item, these little random packaging, these plastic packaging items. This is not recyclable in curbside, so I'm going to send it to the landfill. And these paper pieces inside stay in the cart. And these are everywhere, these plastic grocery shopping bags and stuff. They contaminate the system. I already said that, so I'm going to set those aside for later. These are considered hazardous waste. Batteries, any size or shape of batteries, you can take to your local convenience center. I'm going to set those aside, take those to the convenience center. Surprise, surprise, some people actually throw their cloth items, old clothing, in the carts, but not recyclable that way. You can actually take it to Goodwill, donate it to a thrift store. There are many places to get rid of old clothing you no longer want, but definitely not in the curbside recycling cart. So those are a few of the items that can and cannot be recycled. Do your part. Thanks for recycling right, Nashville.